Tough conversation that we have to have. Investigators charged 2 juveniles in connection to a mass shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade last week. 1 person was killed and 22 others hurt.
And then overnight, another mass shooting, this one at a Waffle House restaurant in Indianapolis, Indiana. And unfortunately, mass shootings have become far too common around here. We've seen them at parades, at schools, grocery stores, religious institutions, and a lot more. Jim Fuda with Crime Stoppers Puget Sound is here to talk with us this morning. Good morning to you, Jim.
Hi, thanks for having me, you guys.
Let's talk about mass shootings in general. I was kind of taking a look at the stats myself this morning. How often do these tragedies occur across the country?
Well, so far this year, there's been 49 with over 90 people killed and over 170 injured. And let's define what the feds talk about what a mass shooting is, and that's where 4 or more people in one incident have been either killed or injured, including the shooter. So you can see 49 so far this year. That's a pretty big number.
It's scary to think these shootings have occurred in, settings where we often feel safe, like grocery stores or places of worship. How can people recognize a suspicious situation, and what should we do if we notice something is off?
Yeah, like we mentioned, these are low probability but high impact events when they happen. But at any kind of large gathering has the potential to bring a bad actor or actors to do to take advantage of any kind of. It doesn't even have to be an event. You could be going around your normal life, like you mentioned, the grocery stores or a movie theater, things like that. But it's be aware of your surroundings and look around when you walk in. Not that you got to be paranoid, but look, if something should happen, is that where could I escape? How could I get out of here? And that ends up becoming second nature to you. And if there's anything that makes you feel uneasy, whether it be a bag left behind or a person acting weird or dressed funny for the weather, that kind of thing, separate yourselves from the situation. We always say that there's no harm in a false alarm, which means trust your gut of what's going on around you, and I think you'll be better off for it.
Jim, we often know that these situations unfold quickly, oftentimes before police are able to get there. If somebody is put in that unfortunate situation of facing an active shooter, what should they do right away? Are there steps that people should take immediately?
Yeah, and it's quick thinking is what saves people. That instinct that comes in, the denial, oh no, this cannot be happening. Take it for what it is at face value. If you feel you can run from the situation, run as far away as you can. And if you can't, you hide. There's concealment and there's cover. Concealment is like hiding in a clothes rack in a store, and cover is something that can protect you from a bullet. So know those two, the difference between the two, like an engine block of a car or something like that. And if you feel that you're going to have to fight, find whatever kind of makeshift weapon you can, and hopefully you won't be doing that by yourself, because the sad part about it is if you have to fight, you're going to be in the fight of your life.
Jim, I can't believe that I'm asking this question, but it's gotten to the point where these things happen so often that I think this is kind of the reality that we face. In that, are there things that, say for instance, you're in a room and an active shooter comes in, are there things that you can do to maybe make you less of a target for that person and they shoot at you and they move on to something else? You get what I'm asking? Like, are there things that you can do in that circumstance so that you are not somebody that the active shooter goes for? They move on to some other place in the building or what have you, just move on.
Sure. Go into an office, lock the door, silence your phone. These are all things that could end up being giveaways. You want to be. It's like your home. You want to make your home less attractive for the burglar, so that burglar goes on to somewhere else. So it's that same thought process, is that if blend in, hide under a desk, have your door locked, so if they try the door, they maybe see an open door somewhere else and move on to another location.
Thank you so much, Jim, for all of the tips there. Definitely going to start being more mindful of those exits,
Yeah.
looking for those, I guess, quote unquote, safe rooms, you know, places to hide. I
Yeah.
think that really is the best thing you can do. Hide and run. Keep moving.
It is awareness, and you know, I think he has a good point of just having that situational awareness, no matter where you are. Because as we were just talking about a couple minutes ago, these happen everywhere.
Everywhere.
You know, you're not immune just because you're going to the mall or you're, you know, heading off to school, that sort of thing. It's, you know, these situations, unfortunately, and we have them every single day across the country, have become so common around here that, you know, we need to be smart in our preparation, I think. And that's one of those things that we can all do, is just be aware of your surroundings. Think about, is there a place that I can get out of here in case somebody comes into this room? Or thinking about turning your cell phone into silent so that doesn't go off and then the shooter sees you just because of the noise that's coming to your phone. It's horrific that we have to think about this. I think about the ones that I've covered throughout my career, which were at schools that we've seen, you know, here locally, shopping centers, that sort of thing. And, you know, I know that there's controversial discussions about what do you do to stop it? You know, do you address gun violence? Do you address mental health? Do you address all of it? It's just, it's sad that it's become so commonplace.
Horrific discussions to have, but
Yeah.
important ones.
Sure is.